Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful new year. Happy 2023. This is the first video of the year, which is really weird to say. But yeah, I am once again going through various posts from r/antiMLM on Reddit, so let's just jump right into it. How does a reasonable person think that this is okay? What's 10K in training? Like, you paid the training? Yes, I paid for training. My first time, $10,000. Ouch. But blank, my upline, said that this is what got everyone to make $100,000 a month. Oh god, this person is going to be in the hole. This person is going to be in the hole. That is more than I paid for my college classes for the past 3 semesters combined. All for an MLM. What the fuck? Now I'm gonna have to look into Modere. This sounds suspicious as hell. So apparently there's some stuff going on in It Works. This post says It Works founder dips out and gives the CEO title to a top leader's husband. Now this is some boiling hot tea. Almost 9 years ago, I clicked Join Now on the It Works global website. I had been praying for a way to make an extra $80 to put my 2-year-old in a dance class. At that time, I had never heard the words network marketing. I heard people say it is pyramid scheme, and if you don't get in it at the beginning, you will never make money. I found the opposite to be true. Well, that is generally how it works, but sometimes if you have a big network, or if you are just really good at getting people into joining, then yeah, you'll be successful, but it is kind of rare. This was a sales-based business where you can make commission on sales, plus you can grow as a team. In my first 12 months, I went to the top of this company that has been around for over a decade. I passed up everyone I was quote-unquote under. That is not a pyramid. Well, the actual structure of the company matters more than whether or not there's people on top of you or not. If you make more money based on how many people you have below you, then that's a pyramid scheme. If you make more money off of how much product you sell, then it's not a pyramid scheme. It's just like I still think it's unethical, but that's technically like a legal MLM. So that's not really true, but whatever. Over my time with It Works, I took my account to the highest level, Ambassador Diamond, not once but twice with my second account, and then my husband's account. This is the only industry I have found that you are paid on your work and the ability to duplicate and teach your team to be successful as well, aka you have to recruit people. Throughout my time here, I have grown as a person, leader, and Christ follower. I was reminded that ministry does not just take place in the walls of a church. As somebody who is non-religious, that is where it should stay, in my opinion. When John and I were young adult pastors, we had the privilege to share the gospel and lead people to the Lord every week, but here I have been able to share about Jesus with people who would never have stepped foot in a church building. So you've just been forcing your religion down people's throats? Like, are these people, wanting to hear about your religion, or are you just telling them about it regardless? Because if it's the first one, then that's fine, but if it's the second one, then that's kind of weird. I have had people come, experience the life change from this company, and they are still here today. My prayer is that the best is yet to come. I have had to learn how to love, forgive, let go, and let God. That's not a complete sentence. Today I close a chapter of my life building as a rep in the field of It Works Global. So many laughs, tears, promotions, celebrated and missed. Truly the thrill of a lifetime. So what is next? I will now be joining my husband, the new It Works Global CEO, on the corporate side in the area of strategic development. I will have the opportunity to be a voice for the field as we move forward and grow as a company. I never could have dreamed of a story like this, but if there is one thing I know to be true, it is Ephesians 3:20. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. This is all him. My only goal is to seek him first in all that I do, and trust he will direct my every step. Thank you to my DE team, those who have been a part of my journey, and to those who are here right now. I am so excited to link arms and power forward together with you in 2023. Hashtag we are one. Let's go. No, to be honest, I'm pretty interested to see how this is going to pan out for It Works as a company. I don't know who it is that posted this post, so I don't know whether or not they are qualified to run an MLM company, let alone run any kind of company. I mean, just because they have experience working in the MLM field as a rep doesn't mean that they know how to actually run the entire company as a whole. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a hot mess. So I will be making some popcorn and making myself some tea and enjoying the disaster while it unfolds. So just as a brief content warning, this post does include some mentions of verbal and emotional abuse, and while the descriptions aren't graphic at all, it still can be triggering to some people. So if that's not something that you're comfortable with hearing about right now, then feel free to skip to the timestamp on the screen right now. Has anyone had family members cut off all contact with you because you wouldn't join their MLM? I have a stepsister that I was estranged from for nearly 10 years due to her verbal and emotional abuse when I was a child. She came in contact with me in 2020 asking if I would like a relationship with her again. I told her I was willing, and immediately the MLM messaging started. She told me that she was in a business, and her boss was making $500,000 a year, and was so honored he was going to give her some of that money, and she wanted me to be a part of the quote-unquote business. I politely told her no, but she still kept sending me messages about how rich she was now. A few months later, she asked me why I wasn't talking to her. I accused her of trying to get me into an MLM, and she wrote a message back saying that she never wanted to see me again. Just like that. It hurts, and it's been a year since we've had any contact. I don't know anyone else who has had this happen to them, and her family just shrugged it off. Can anyone relate? I'm gonna be honest, and this was the general consensus in the comments as well. It sounded like the person trying to recruit OP just got back into contact with them for the sole purpose of adding them into her downline, which is really sick considering their history together and their past relationship. It just sounds like this person has not changed at all and doesn't care about how OP felt about the things that they went through, and it's just really disgusting. And I guess this is a way to show that MLMs, while they do most of the time attract normal, everyday people, they can sometimes attract abusive people who will use that abusive personality as a benefit in these kinds of businesses because they thrive off of using others for your gain, which is, of course, a type of abuse. A nice way of poaching her old team. Be bold. I'm going to do what everyone else is doing. Okay, how is that being bold? I'm going to just talk about how quickly time flew by in 2022. I never imagined in a million years that I would spend the year 100% focused on my daughter, going through 8 different surgeries, discussing with the doctors whether or not she was going to have brain surgery at any moment. Jesus. If there was anything that I did gain from last year, and honestly, the last 10 years, it's perspective. When you have to step back a bit to handle something else, it gives you a different perspective of things that are going on around you. I started to realize that where I had been for the past 9 years was not serving me. It was not allowing me to be the best version of myself and to do things in the way that I wanted to. Hundreds of messages telling me that I was the last person that I ever thought would walk away, but I don't look at it as walking away. I'm just walking into what is next for me. Instead of thinking that that's where I had to stay put for the rest of my life if I didn't make it work, it was just my fault, I decided to step into my power and do something about it. You move differently when you are aware of your power. You are the magic. It's your energy that's giving life to the things that you pour into. It's not the company or the job that you have that makes you who you are. It's you. I'm not encouraging you to come and go. What I am encouraging you to remember is that the magic is yourself. I feel in such alignment, the excitement, the simplicity. Oh my gosh, have I been craving the simplicity for such a long time. I want there to be a piece that when I'm building a business, I can have a baby, go through a life disaster, and I can put my head down and handle those things, and then when I put my head up, everything still makes sense. Not to be that person, but they did use the wrong piece. That's what I want for every other mom, wife, woman, friend, but I am counter when I talk to them about building an income from their phone. That sentence, okay. I feel like the world today, that's just what I needed. I don't know if this person's checked this before they posted it, because there are a few mistakes here and there. I'm trying to work through them though, because I don't want to be mean. I know it's hard to imagine someone walking away from having so much, and I will never be. I'm grateful for the things that I had. No one has to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I promise you, if you just talk to me, if you can see my face, my gosh, if you can see the faces of the girls that I'm working with and how happy and excited they are, you're just going to see everything from the perspective that I do. 2023 is going to be the year that we break barriers that have been holding us back for such a long time. I'm so here for it. Okay, well, that's all well and good, whatever. I have a few things. First of all, why did you mention your daughter's health problems in the beginning when they had nothing to do with the rest of the post? I feel like it was some kind of like hook to get people reading just to hear the sales pitch towards the end. Like, congrats for being an MLM hopper, like whatever. I hate these posts of like, I'm joining a new company and it's so great and blah 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 whatever. I've never felt such excitement. When it's the exact same thing that they posted like 2 years ago when they joined whatever company they were in before. And now this person is in a new company and whoop-de-frig, who cares? Like, it's just going to be the same old song and dance after like 3 weeks. It's just going to be different products and different people that they're posting with instead of like their old team. Like, it doesn't even matter. And so this whole like deep thoughts about like perspective and like moving forward is just a bunch of like horse shit if they aren't actually like doing anything different, which they aren't. They're just selling new products. Like, chances are they're going to be doing the exact same thing like recruiting wise as they were before. Maybe some things will be a little different, but the overall like need to recruit people and the different strategies that they use are probably going to be very similar. So I don't know. I'm just over it. 200% increased in positive mood. How does powder do that? And it's tagged with amare, which I don't think that I've talked about much on this channel. Did you know that 1 in 4 are struggling with mental wellness? I am 1 in 4. Did you know that 90% of serotonin levels are created in the gut and brain? So let's go straight to the source, shall we? Here's a peek at the clinical studies of this drink. I wonder if it's actual clinical studies or if it's just clinical studies that was done by the company instead of, an outside source. But anyways, 60% decrease in irritability scores, 55% decrease in anxiety scores, 50% decrease in depression scores, 49% reduction in overall distress, 70% increase in good bacteria, 211% increase in positive mood, and 105% decrease in negative mood. Happy Juice, yes, I think that is what it's called, is changing lives. In 2023, we are prioritizing self-care. That means making sure your mental wellness is at the top of the list always. We deserve to live our best life, quite literally. Snag your Happy Juice at 20% off this month. Used code TRYHAPPY TryHappy, link in bio, #JustTryIt. That was kind of a mouthful. This is just anecdotal evidence, but let me tell you, the only thing that has actually helped me personally with my mental illness is medication and therapy. And I know that that's not the answer that a lot of people want to hear, but that is what it is. I mean, the chemicals in my brain were imbalanced, so I take medicine to balance it back out. And I take therapy to help deal with the stressors that come along with having a mental illness. That's just the way it is. I kind of doubt that drinking some kind of pink powder is going to put the serotonin levels back to balance in my brain. I mean, just because there's serotonin in the gut as well, that doesn't mean that it's going to transfer up into the brain. I'm not a scientist, but I don't think that that's how that works. Kangen Huns are wild, and it's tagged with Kangen/Enagic. I know it's kind of confusing, but Enagic is the company that owns the Kangen water machines. So the water machines are called Kangen machines, but the company is Enagic. It's confusing, I know, I'm sorry. When someone says sharing my income online is tacky, it literally is. What are you talking about? Based on true events, it's time to move past the old paradigm where talking about money is some shameful secret. I'm not saying that you can't talk about money, but it's weird to post your earnings online. I mean, especially as a way to brag. It's some weird form of flexing that Huns do that I just don't understand, and most of the time their company doesn't even allow it, so I don't know why they even bothered to do it. I post about my income to inspire others to change their life just like it inspired me. So you want to recruit people, okay. I am helping moms stay home with their babies, seeing spouses retire each other, and empowering people all over the world to live their best lives as the absolute best version of themselves. If you think that's tacky, then clearly we just don't vibe. And we have even more posts from this person. What a delight. When you have another $65,000 a month in business, you take your husband on a trip to the desert. Remember how I said earlier that it was tacky to share your income earnings online? It is tacky, and it's also an income claim, which most of the time you're not supposed to do in MLMs. Entrepreneurship has been such a wild ride, but damn, is it worth it. Girl, you are not the one that started Kangen water machines. That was somebody else. Shut up. I've been frustrated to tears. I've laid awake at night wondering if it will work out. I've had to break free of so many fears and become a completely different person. But here I am on the other side, taking my hubby, I hate when people say hubby, it's so gross, on a trip we used to only dream of being able to take, raising and homeschooling our 2 kids together as he was able to recently retire, and living our life totally free of financial stress. So if you've ever been wondering if you should take that leap, break free of the mold and do something everyone around you thinks is crazy, the answer is yes. Why are so many people suddenly sticking coffee up their butt? Oh, that took a left turn, Jesus. If you're not on the coffee enema train yet, then what are you waiting for? Check my highlights for instructions and benefits. Ma'am, there is no way on God's green earth that I am sticking coffee up my asshole. What are you talking about? I don't care if it has health benefits. I will drink coffee as much as I want, but it is not going up the wrong end. Oh my god. Oh my god. And literally, what does this have to do with water machines? Literally, what does this have to do with water machines? I am confused. Enagic Convention Day 1. Started the day off with Brian Welch, a 6A63, whatever that means. When you hit that rank, you receive a $25,000 bonus and guaranteed $5,000 payment monthly for the remainder of your life, passed down to your children and children's children. This is true generational wealth. You will never find a network marketing compensation plan that even comes close to ours because it is patented. How do you patent a pyramid? I'm sorry, that was a little uncalled for. Alleged pyramid, excuse me. I am so grateful to have found this business and for all of the ways it has blessed my family and continues to bless us. I look so forward to the day when I can start paying it forward and donating to those in need and truly making a positive impact on the world. Change your water, change your life, guys. And so this, I guess, is their compensation, bonus plan, and it shows you how much you need to, sell, I guess, to get certain amounts of bonuses. And it's arranged kind of interestingly. If they arranged it ever so slightly differently, it would in fact be in the shape of a pyramid. But If you look to the top left corner where it says 6A $3,000 bonus, it says that you have to get 101 total group sales to get that bonus. So that's talking 101 sales of these water filter machine thingies. However, I looked up how much those machines are, like a piece, just because I was curious, and I have heard several times that they're really expensive, and the least expensive one is higher than the amount of that first bonus. It is over $3,000, and the other ones are around $5,000, and you, to my understanding, there might be a discount when you join the company, but you still have to buy those machines and invest a decent amount of money. I would assume at least a couple thousand. And so these bonuses that you get, that you have to sell an ass load of these water filter things for, these bonuses barely make up like your original investment, especially if it's just the smaller bonuses that you only sell like 100, which is a lot of machines. Unless you recruit a bunch of people, there is no way to actually make money selling these goddamn machines. Well, that's where I'm going to stop it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that is totally cool. And leave any thoughts you may have in the comments below. Here is some pictures of my cat rolling around on our rug in the hallway for some reason. He's been doing that and I don't know why. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.